oh, but Sarah seems to be eating this much and I'm eating this little. Does that mean I'm not eating enough? I'm feeling very hungry, but I've already eaten quite a bit today, so I do not want to have this other meal that I was already planning to have. Even though I did this much exercise, I'm not necessarily hungry. And even though I do want to have this muffin or piece of chocolate or whatever, I won't have it because I'm not hungry. I do not need it anymore. I'm eating and no one else is eating, and my serving size seems a lot larger than the other people that are eating. Is there something wrong with me? Listen, sweetie, honey, there is nothing wrong with you. Learning how to eat quote unquote normally when you have gone against your intuitive needs for eating for so long is extremely hard. It is very difficult. I did not realize how bad my thought patterns were only until when I went to a different country and I was surrounded by other people and how they ate, when they ate. I was like, wow, my thought patterns are still not normal. And the way I'm eating, I do not think it's very beneficial to me. There's so much information online about like what food is good for you, what food is bad for you, when you should eat, when you shouldn't eat, should you emotionally eat, should you not emotionally eat. There's literally so much information out there. And then when you're trying to like heal yourself, it's like, what am I supposed to even listen to? And guess what? I'm putting out even more information just for you. Healing your relationship with food, how to get into like an understanding of when you should eat, when you shouldn't eat. Because I think the main thing that I struggled with when I was trying to heal myself after eating so badly for so many years was that I did not understand how to eat normally again. I would not eat for so many hours after I woke up. I would have like watermelon and then eat a lot at nighttime because my body was hungry. It's not good for you to not eat and then eat until you're so full because you weren't eating for the rest of the day and properly nourishing yourself. That's not healthy for you, and that is not good for you. Get that in your head. It is not healthy for you to stop yourself from eating. It's a biological need. You need to eat. You need it. What helped me into like the place I am now, where I don't really overanalyze anymore. It took me 4 years to properly heal myself. It is not a quick and easy thing to just fix your thought patterns. It will be extremely hard because you will tend to go back to your regular practices and then you'll get upset with yourself because you didn't listen to your needs or you ate that chocolate bar because you were supposed to not eat it. Like, eating is not supposed to be this complicated. It's supposed to be, if you want to eat, then eat it. If you don't want to eat, then don't eat. If you are hungry, eat. If you're not hungry, don't eat. And if you want to have a snack, have a snack. If you don't want a snack, don't have a snack. Like, it should just be like a yes, no in your head. Let's say I've had a meal and my friends still want to have a snack afterwards and I'm not necessarily hungry, but everyone else is getting food. I will get a snack with them because we're all enjoying each other, like other's presence. And it's like, that's how you bond as a human. Let's say, for example, if I'm going out for lunch with a friend, I'm going to be out at this time with my friend and we are going to have a meal, but I'm really hungry before then. I might have something small to eat because so I'm not starving when I'm getting there because you haven't eaten for multiple hours because you're waiting for this outing with your friend. And then let's say in a different perspective, let's say you get there and you're not hungry. You planned this event with your friend, so maybe have something small, you can bond. It doesn't mean you need to have a big meal. Just still listen to yourself. Sometimes still struggle with is like, if I have food on my plate, I will want to finish it. Even if I'm so heavy, I will want to finish it because I do not want to waste food, even though I can leave it in the fridge. All that thought, like that just simply leaves in my head, but I've gotten a lot better with that. I do not have any degree in nutrition or anything like that. So this is not medical advice whatsoever. This is just speaking from personal experiences, coming from someone that struggled with eating for such a long time. For breakfast and lunch, I would want both of those meals to equal 700 calories in total. Dinner, I could eat whatever I want. So if I went out for dinner that night, that would be sure that there's no way I'd go over my calorie limit of 1,800 calories per day. And even if I was like hungry and like, let's say I exercise and burn more calories than that, I would still stick to that because I was stingy on my calories. It controlled my life and it controlled my whole thinking patterns. I simply did not think about anything except food. Wake up, I thought about what I was gonna have for breakfast. I would have breakfast immediately first thing in the morning. It was like a love-hate relationship between food. All I could think about was feeding my body. Loved the feeling of eating. Loved the feeling it gave me, enjoying like, taste and like the senses you get from it. That's what I loved about it. It was like a toxic relationship, literally. It was so bad. I would make sure not to have any snacks during the day, and if I did, it would not go over 300 calories. Calories simply consumed everything. MyFitnessPal, it was like my most used app. Like, it took the longest time in my day, and it's not sustainable. Taking over 1 hour tracking every single thing you ate, coming up to like the seasoning you use. It can be used in a healthier way, but I simply did not do that. I used it in probably like the most unhealthiest way you could have used it. To just constantly trying to lose more weight while trying to look healthy. Like, it makes no sense. Losing weight and gaining weight is not necessarily a bad thing. Fluctuations happen between everyone, especially if you're a female and you get periods. Your weight fluctuates like crazy. If you are on your period, you might eat more than that. If you are not on your period, you might eat more than that. It just depends with everyone. No one is the same. There was even like this thing I saw online where two sisters literally ate the same thing every single day. One was more heavier than the other person, even though they exercised the same. They ate the same. Why would they look different? Because even though if you share the same DNA with someone, you may not look the same way as them. For example, my younger sister, she's very, very, very petite, but she does not limit herself at all on whatever she eats. Like, she regularly fuels herself. She doesn't cut anything out. She's very intuitive with her body, extremely, because she never struggled with her eating, and I would never want her to, because it's a bad rabbit hole when you're stuck at the bottom, and then trying to heal the pain you put yourself through takes a long time, and even when you think you're healed, you're not. It's hard. When I was her age, I was not as petite as her. I was not as small. When I was her age and any of the ages that she was, I don't think I ever looked like her. Even though we have a very similar body type, I was never as thin as her, and I'm still not as thin as her, but I'm still at a healthy weight right now. That's why I say get rid of the scale. Stop using and looking at the scale. Your water weight and your muscle mass, that also plays a big role, and we seem to forget about that, because when we step on the weight and it says something else, we never consider, oh, I might have more water retained in my body. That is why it says this on the scale. We never think that. It's never like, oh, I did a lot of exercise in the past couple of months. That could be more muscle on me. That's a good thing. But no, we immediately see it as a bad thing. And then we're like, why are we weighing this much? And then we eat more or we eat less, depending on what a number says. No, that is not good for you. Don't look at it, put it away. As soon as my scale lost battery in it, I was just like, there's no need for me to put any batteries in it. So what? I went on holiday. I can be more lenient on my body. When I came back home and saw my scale, I was like, I don't need that. So what if I ate more? So what if I ate less? It does not matter. A number shouldn't define you. Who you are as a person, how much care you put into yourself, what you allow yourself to consume, whether that's media, whether that's people, whether that's whatever you put, like whatever information you put inside your head, that counts. That is who you are as a person. Your routines, that is who you are. Your habits, your schedule, your respect for yourself, that is who you are. Not what a freaking number says. That just doesn't matter. We are all souls put in a physical body. So what if you look a certain way? Yes, obviously I'm not saying that like if you are overweight or if you're underweight, don't fix that at all and just accept yourself. That is not what I'm saying. No, if you are not happy with what you look like, obviously, you can fix that, but I'm not saying the answer is restriction or overeating purposely to make yourself feel uncomfortable and heavy. That's just not fair on yourself. Apparently, there was this like study done. You know when you get that sensation in your body that like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat. Sometimes your brain confuses that signal when it's actually for, I need to drink more water. Do not use that as an excuse as every single time you think you're hungry to just drink water. I'm not saying that because that is not healthy. What I'm saying is, if you are like continuously eating, and then you're still getting the signals and it's like, why am I getting this? Maybe try water. Water is very, very important to hydrate yourself. And I think a lot of us struggle to even drink 1 liter a day. And some people are supposed to even drink more than that, like 2 liters. For example, with me, I can easily get this much water in a day up to here just from having my vitamins. And then I can have like my tea, just like peppermint tea, just like up to that much. And that is also water. And then my coffee that I have here, majority of this is actually water. And then like this much is actually milk. Have water in other ways if you really don't like the taste of it. There are ways to get around that. But what I'm saying is drink more water, but do not say like, oh, I know I'm hungry, but I'll just drink water. No. Bowel movements is very important. Apparently, we're supposed to have 1 bowel movement per day. And how we get bowel movements mostly is from fiber. And a lot of us do not have enough fruits and vegetables in our diet. For example, for me, I wouldn't call myself a vegetarian, but I would prefer to not eat meat when possible. Make sure you're fueling yourself. For your breakfast, let's say you have oats, add bananas. For lunch, let's say you had a sandwich and you want to have a little snack on the side, have an apple. If you're having dinner and let's say you have chicken and rice, add vegetables. There are small increment ways that you can add more vegetables in your diet. And it's very easy, but a lot of the time we just say that we don't like the taste of it, but we can make it fun and interesting so it's more enjoyable to eat if you really don't like the taste of fruit or vegetables, whatever that is. Add sauces, add sugar. There are so many things that you can do. Add it with different types of food so it can enhance your senses, like the smell and taste of it, to make it more enjoyable for you. But the gut-brain axis is heavily important within us. It's this belief that the gut and the brain is connected. Let's say you're eating junk food every single day. You are putting in your gut foods that aren't very high in nutrition, and they are high processed foods, which isn't good. So obviously when that signals goes to your brain that I haven't had many nutrients, I'm eating bad food, your brain is like, okay, this isn't good for me. I'm gonna feel sad, depressed, whatever, because you aren't feeding yourself good things. Whereas when you eat good food, let's say like more vegetables, more fruits, let's say you're having chicken, foods with lower energy content, which naturally comes in like vegetables, fruits, you get the gist, right? Your brain is gonna be like, wow, these foods are healthy, organic, natural. These foods are good for me. I'm going to feel better. I'm feeling happier. I'm going to be more filled with energy. That's essentially the gut-brain axis, the bidirectional relationship between the brain and the gut. Make sure what you are eating is healthy. If you are cutting out foods, make sure the foods you are eating are good for you, but do not overcut out stuff. If you want to have a snack here and there of like chocolate, whatever, let yourself have it, but do not go overboard. I think a lot of us in our day-to-day, we don't like to emotional eat, or we do resort to emotional eating when we're sad. And that is not necessarily good for you. That is not saying I do not emotionally eat. If I'm upset, yes, I may have like an ice cream to make me feel better, but I'm saying that shouldn't be your last resort. That shouldn't be like, okay, I'm sad, I'm gonna have something to soothe me. No, have things that distract you. It's so important that you find something that you are passionate about and you have hobbies and things you like, so you don't focus on something on like when you're next gonna eat. If your body is hungry, it will tell you that you are hungry and you will know that you're hungry, so you don't need to constantly think about it. That's what your body is here for. It will send you signals when it needs to. For example, for me, I really like making content. I really like creative subjects. I really like exercising. When I do these things, I can get into a zen state. I can focus on it for a long time without thinking about food. When I was doing that last year and I was doing my hobbies, I would still think about food. But finding something that you're extremely passionate about, you could get lost in that for hours without thinking about food once. And then only when you're hungry, you're like, wow, I haven't eaten for this many hours. I'm actually hungry, I should eat. Not saying get lost in a subject so you forget about eating. That is not, it's like Ozempic. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that find something that you're passionate about and then you will naturally eat when you're hungry, and you find something that you're passionate about. So it's a win-win scenario. Your emotional needs are important and they need to be met. But the thing is, do not use this as an excuse to get to the point where you feel chronically like heavy to make you feel better, and you constantly feel like bloated and gross and like, you know, when you overeat and you have this like full, very full feeling in your stomach and you feel very heavy and bloated, you don't want to do anything. I'm saying do not get up to that point, obviously. If I do go to events, for example, I go to a dinner, if I go to the horse races, if I go to a basketball event and I eat a lot of food, I know my body will be fine. I exercise regularly. If I eat a lot on one day and I eat normally for the rest of the days, your body will naturally go down to its natural set point, because we all have a natural biological set weight. But the thing is, if you eat more than one day, it isn't going to mean you're going to gain weight overnight. That's not how you work. It's continuously overeating every single day will increase your body mass. It will increase your weight within your body. Cravings aren't necessarily bad. We all have cravings. Like I said before, if you want to have something, have it, but do not rely on craving, I guess, because we all have a weakness. Like for me, I love chocolate. I love having chocolate every day, and I'm not gonna get rid of that. You know what I mean? Obviously, if I don't have chocolate in my house, I'm not gonna go crazy and insane. But if I have it and I see it, I'm like, oh, why not have one? Like, I deserve chocolate. I deserve anything that I want. The process of you healing yourself, it will take time. Because you will have to relearn your hunger cues. You have to relearn portion sizes. You have to relearn, like, it's okay to not eat at certain times, and it's okay to, like, have a schedule where you eat at different times and not constantly think about food and have thoughts about other things and have like a regular brain as to when you were a child. Because I think a lot of us struggled with when we were children, especially speaking from experience for myself. Parents would often be like, oh, like, you can just finish your food, just like a few more spoons and then you're done, and then it's like you're forcing yourself to finish the food when you're full, or when you're forcing your child to eat at certain points and have dinner and stuff. That messes up your child thought patterns about food, and it comes with them when they go into their adult life, and then they have to mitigate that, or they never learn how to resolve it, and then they carry these issues for the rest of their life because they don't know how to fix it. If you are struggling with eating, a lot of influences normally come from your friends, your experiences as when you were a child, and like what your parents have told you. It's okay to relearn what works better for you, and it will take time to relearn all this stuff. You need to be patient with yourself. You will make plenty of mistakes, and I have made plenty of mistakes along the way. But now I have so much more knowledge on like what foods I should eat, and find information for yourself as well. For example, for me, I watched like so many documentaries on like food. I've watched nutritionists speak about food so I can gain more knowledge about this. I read books on nutrition so then I gain more knowledge on like, okay, well, all these people say these different things. I'm going to take this road because this road sounds better for me. I'm going to try that. Okay, that doesn't seem to work for me. I'm going to try this. Oh, this works better for me, so I'm going to stick with that. Although I eat mainly vegetables, I eat meat like very rarely, but if I do, that obviously that doesn't count as a vegetarian then. But the thing is, just because someone eats a certain way doesn't mean you need to eat that way too. If someone has bad eating habits, try not to get sucked into that. Because if you see that someone eats a certain way, and especially if they're your friends and you see that every single day, I'm sorry, honey, it's either A, you find better friends that do not influence you in a way that force it onto you and you have these thoughts as well, or you need to politely ask them they need to seek help, and try to offer them help so you don't get this burden on you, and then you subconsciously learn these habits, and then you get bad patterns and schedules. It's okay to satisfy your needs, and please listen to your body. Just because someone eats a certain way doesn't mean you need to eat that way too. We are all different. Remember, we are all uniquely made by God, whatever you believe in. We are all unique and different, and that is okay. That's what makes us special. Thank you so much for watching my video. Yeah. If you've got any recommendations on how I can better improve my content to better suit your needs, or any content you would like to see in the future, please let me know down below. That would be greatly appreciated. I love you all so much. I hope you have a lovely day or a lovely night. If it's 12 a.m., please go to bed. I promise you will learn how to better eating patterns, and it will take time. It's trial and error. Like, even with my information I tell you, maybe it won't resonate with you, and that's okay. You might take it on board and that might help, but you will learn what means what for you. You will learn how to eat quote unquote normally, eat intuitively, if you would like to call that. You will eat when you're hungry. You will not when you're not hungry. It's a lot easier said than done, and it will take time. And after you've mainly healed yourself, you're like, wow, I can't believe that seemed so hard, and it seems so simple now. But when you're in the thick of it, fixing your thought patterns is definitely hard, and it's not necessarily so easy as you can think out of it. It's retraining your thoughts. That is all. I love you all so much, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye!